Hello. Book promotion this week. Free book, completely free. You can be reading it in the next 5 minutes if you get a move on. Fur by Katherine Black. If you are, go and grab yourself a copy. It's free now on Amazon for Kindle, and it's also on KU, so you can get it on Kindle Unlimited. This one is the story. I always give a trigger warning because it opens to a puppy being born into poverty and neglect. That's over very, very quickly, and my readers decided that I should keep it in because it sets up the tension for the rest of the book. Very quickly, Puppy is rescued by our Sammy. Our Sammy's a neurodivergent boy. He's quite immersed in autism, and it's the story of Sammy and his dog. It is a thriller. It does turn dark. Puppy goes missing and Sammy goes to look for him, and from there things get quite unpleasant for him. Does it have a happy ending? Read it, find out. Let me know what you think. So this book, I've been asked several times what my connection to autism is. At the moment, for the past 12 months, I have been working with, I work on school travel transport for my son. My son owns a travel company, so I work for him as a PA. And I transport children to and from school. And quite a lot of our children are autistic. They are on the spectrum to varying degrees. And I adore my job. But that's only in the last 12 months. This book was written long before that. I was in care. No, sorry. Yes, I was in care, but no, that's beside the point. I was working as a carer many years ago. And one of the placements I had was sleepovers in a home setting. It was a house with 2 residents living in it. And these guys fascinated me. I can talk about them to a degree because they'll be long gone now, I should imagine. I mean, I'm going back 30 years, more than 30 years. So these guys were so interesting. One was a quite aggressive, angry, autistic man. He took a lot of very, very kid gloves handling. He could fire off on a heartbeat for nothing, no reason at all. He'd see something that sparked something in his brain, and bang, you were in trouble. We had effing and blinding and things thrown, and we'd say to him, go and have a cigarette, darling. Go on, in the garden, go and have your cigarette, calm yourself down. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. He'd come back, hello, darling. Hello, darling. Over, done, finished. The other guy that lived with him, and this man, point to note, this man was never, ever angry or aggressive to the other man. The other man had quite a lot of problems. He was Down syndrome and autistic and epileptic. He had up to 20 fits a day, bless him. But the point, and the reason that I took tiny little snippets of these 2 people to build my Sammy and other people that I worked with, I built Sammy out of a conglomeration of several different people that I worked with. And these 2 men were fascinating because they worked like a clockwork clock, where you have the 2 doors and 2 people come out, and one does this and one does that, and then they go back in. And if the clockwork mechanism fails, this one can't bong and that one can't ring, and they don't bong and ring together. And these 2 men were just like that. If the tiniest little thing set their routine off course, it just fell into chaos. They got up at a specified time. One went to the bathroom while the other one had a shave on his bed. Then they'd swap places, and one would go to the bathroom, the other one had come for a shave. The older angrier one would come down and he'd put cereal out for both of them. That was his little job in the morning. And he'd go and get the milk off the doorstep, and they both had the routines, and the slightest little crack in that routine and we were in for hell. It was the most brilliant job. I loved it. I loved those men. They were great. Angry man, have you come in your yellow car today? Yes, I've come in my late yellow car. I'm glad you haven't got a blue car. I don't like blue cars. I was glad I didn't have a blue car as well. Absolutely brilliant. There's a little snippet of a story in there about us all thinking that the Down syndrome man had excruciating toothache because he was coming up pointing at his mouth with his mouth open when a certain person, when a therapist visited. And it turned out that the last time this therapist visited him for an update consultation, a reassessment, had been 6 months before. And he'd given this man a polo mint. And he remembered. And he was waiting for his polo mint. We thought there was something terribly wrong with him. That made it into the book. Little things like that. It was a fascinating job, a fascinating life. And I am so grateful to those two men because they gave me my Sammy. Thank you very much. The book is free. As of this moment, it's getting great reviews. You can be reading it in the next 5 minutes. Come into the chat comments and let me know what you think. I would love to know. Free book, completely free. Go and grab it. Thank you very much. Nice.